Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I wanted to quickly check in with you. Maybe you're in a position where you've got all your social media set up and you've been meaning to getting around to getting a website done. You've maybe got some quotes. Maybe you found yourself in a position where finance was a bit of an issue. But I want to reassure you that it is not as difficult to get yourself set up with a website as it might appear. Maybe it's not as expensive as you might have thought. I want to help you to really understand that you can get a website up and live very quickly. Now, we build websites for people behind the scenes all the time. It's not something we really shout about, but throughout October, we want to try a brand new system to help people get their website up and live, whether they've got an existing website and maybe they want a brand new one, maybe they want to refresh what they've currently got and make it look better, make it perform better, and really make it a better user experience. Ultimately, your website is your digital shop front, and we want to help you to really make that the very best experience for all of your customers. So if you're looking to have a website built throughout October, we're going to be running the opportunity for you, a limited capacity of people, because obviously it runs alongside everything that we're already doing, and it's a trial to see how this operates. But we're going to give people the opportunity to turn a whole website around in just 5 days. Now, certain criteria do apply. There will be certain things that you will need to do and have ready in order to make that work. And we're talking about everything from setting up your emails, registering your domain, setting up the hosting, building the site and getting it live in just 5 days. It's an amazing way for you to actually get this up and live in 5 days. Doesn't matter if you've got no experience. What we're going to do is walk you through the process of getting your website up, built and live, ready in just 5 days. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, you can literally just type the word website in the comments of wherever you're watching. We're live across a whole multitude of different platforms. We get updates when people share and comment on our broadcast. So post the word website below. I'm streaming through StreamYard, so I see the comments from all the platforms coming into the feed all in one place, so I can see when you're interested, and I'll reach out to you and give you a bit more detail. It does require you to do a little bit of work. You have to have your copy ready. You have to have your images ready. But if you've got that sort of thing ready and you know what sort of website you're after, we can help you. If you don't know where to start, if you're not sure what you need on your website, then we're going to help you to understand what makes a good website and how to do this. So we're really going to help you understand what's important on a website, and more to understand that the functionality and making it a good customer experience is the most important part of building your website. And we're going to help you through that. We're also going to help you understand and navigate through dealing with terms and conditions, privacy policies, all of that kind of stuff. And we've got a great partnership with a company that can help you to get that set up and keep you legally compliant with all the changes that happen. They happen quite a lot. And obviously, a lot of people fall into the trap of not keeping on top of their privacy policies and their terms and conditions. And so we've got a great solution that we can bring to you for that. But imagine today, just sit there for a second and think, imagine if I could have a brand new website for my business in the next 5 days, because it's 100% possible. We're doing it already. I've just got off of a call. If you were on my live drop-in session that I've just done on my page, on my profile, you'll have seen that I was actually on a couple of calls, and one of those was a client that we've just built a website for. We're currently in the process of building a community-based website for a specific industry as well. So it doesn't matter. Maybe you're a coach, maybe you're someone who's an author, maybe you just want to raise your personal brand, maybe it's for your business or your personal brand. It doesn't matter where it sits. We can help you to build a web presence and a digital shop front that allows you to show up. Now, some people have said, brilliant, can I get an e-commerce website built? The reality is, yes, you can have an e-commerce website built in 5 days. There are a few things that you're going to need to be aware of because of the nature of building this out quickly. We're not going to be preloading it with all the products, all the services, all that content within 5 days. Obviously, we're realistic about what the expectation is. We're going to get a site up, live, domain registered, emails set up, the website built, and the functionality all in place. We're going to put in all the copy that you will have ready for us, which is part of that criteria. We want to make it really easy for you to do this. It is literally as easy as saying the word website below the broadcast, and I will reach out to you in Messenger or direct message you on the platforms that you're contacting us on, and I'll share with you how we can go about making this happen for you. We're all about making this happen. We've got a limited capacity this month to do this because it is a new thing that we're running alongside. We already build websites in intricate detail. This is about getting you a web presence up and live to get you started. It's making you raise your visibility, giving you a place to blog, to showcase your products and services, to share your photos, tell your stories, and really build out your brand. I talked a little bit on some of my lives at Breakfast and Business about the importance of having a website. It's your digital shop front, and it's the only place that you get to control the whole customer experience. So think about that for a minute. Do you currently have a website? If you do, let me know in the comments. If you don't, let me know in the comments as well. I want to know why you do or don't have a website, what you use it for. Also, when's the last time you updated or changed anything on your website? Have you used your own website to see what the usability is like? And I'm talking log out and use the website to see what it's like for a customer. Go through an incognito browser and have a look at it from the outside. What does it feel like? What impression does it give you? Get feedback from the customers that you've already got who are maybe using your website, if you've got one, and see where you can improve. There's also a whole range of tools and analytics that we can do against websites to see what's working, what's not, where it can be improved, and to help you to really level up your game with your website. It may be right now, this time where we're going through a challenging and interesting time throughout coronavirus. It's an opportunity for you maybe to look at a brand new way to connect with people. It's all about the connection that we're building in the digital space, more so than ever, with video calls and live streams and sending content through digital means. Your website is that digital shop front where people might not be able to come and see you in person in a physical location right now, or if they do, it's socially distanced and all feeling a little bit strange. Your digital space you can absolutely own. Maybe you've got a shop that you want to build out online. You've got products and services. Maybe you're crafting and you want to be able to sell online. That can all be done and set up in just 5 days. Now, obviously, putting the all the products and services in is something that will take a little bit longer, but we want to help you to understand whether you're a coach who needs to have appointment bookings and things like that all integrated into the site. That's all possible. E-commerce solutions are possible, but obviously there's a limit to how much can be done in that 5 days. But we do leave you with your website. It's yours. You own it. You have a deal with the hosting company directly. The email service provider is directly. We're not tying you to any kind of contract. This is something that's quite common in the industry, as people get people in and then they get them onto a retainer. Now, we do offer a retainer option for maintenance and updates and support, but we don't make it compulsory that people have that. We want to get you up and going with a website in just 5 days to get you moving forward. So registering your domain, sorting out your hosting, setting up any emails you need, and building out the site. It could be for appointments, it could be for events, it could be for e-commerce, it could just be some information, it could just be an information site. But we want to help you to build your digital shop front. It really is something you want to encourage people to join you at. It's the one place you control the whole customer experience. If you want to have more information about this, literally comment the word website below, or drop me a message if you want to do it privately. Maybe you've got connections on your network who've maybe built your last website, and maybe you want to do it a bit more privately and more discreetly. Feel free to DM me as I'm Tristan G across all the socials. You can drop me a message and we can help you to build a website that really delivers and performs for your business. You might want to build a community-based website like the one we're building currently within a retail sector. We're building out a site where people are going to be able to communicate with one another, connect, follow each other, see what each other are up to, and really build that sense of community. Maybe that's something you want. Maybe you want this. It's a bit like a micro social media platform where they can connect and talk to each other and follow one another's interactions, similar to what you can do on social platforms that you're already using, but it's industry and niche specific. So what is it you want from your website? Let me know if you're tuned in and you're watching. You've obviously got an interest in the topic. Let me know what you wish your website could do that maybe it doesn't already do. Let me know in the comments what your website is supposed to do for you, so that we can really help you to get the thing that matters to you. Chantel, I can see your Fear Space. This is absolutely your Fear Space, interested in having a website. I'm going to drop you some details over there. Mum, I can see that you need to update your website. Let's have a conversation about getting that all set up as well. Lou, fantastic to have you in on the broadcast this morning. Absolutely great to have you in. So I'm asking about Chinese domains. Are they cheap? You need to dig a bit deeper. Are we talking about the domains for registration of sites that belong to Chinese companies? Is that what we're talking about? Ask that question in a little bit more detail. If you're still there and still tuned in, I'd love to help you get that. Obviously, what we want to do is make sure you're picking the right domain. One of the considerations that a lot of people don't have when they register their business online and start creating all their digital presence is, can I get all the usernames across all the different social platforms? Can I get the username across everything? Can I get a domain that matches those usernames? What you do when you create a great username and domain combination is you give people one thing. For example, you can find me as I'm Tristan G across all the socials. You can also find my website as imtristang.com, and it's all the same. It's easy. If you found me on one platform, you can find me on the others. I'm making the customer experience easy, and that's something we talk to people about. Have you set your usernames for your social profiles? If you haven't, let's get them all set up the same to make it easy. Got someone asking over on Periscope, how important is the domain ending? Now, the domain endings used to be super important. Like .com would indicate it was probably America, .co.uk would indicate UK, .com.au for Australia, that kind of thing. And it used to be very location specific. As more and more people need the domains, they run out of phrases that they can use under different domain extensions. And so things like .org, .tv, .com, these are all options that you can have for your website. Now, the default is most people, if they're trying to find it and they don't know the domain extension, will probably type .com, because we refer to the .com generation, the .com boom, all of that stuff when we're talking about the digital space. And so that's the most likely that people will type in if they don't know what the domain extension is, but they do know the brand. So that's the first consideration. Second consideration is they are quite often representative of what they're about. So if I put .co.uk, it's very clear that it's a UK-based company. If I put .com.au, it's very clear that it's likely to be an Australian-based company. There are certain criteria to do with certain domain registrations that you have to be operating in a certain functionality. A .org should be an organization rather than a company that is trading for profit. Obviously, there are companies that are registering domains and they are businesses that are trading for profits. So it's more of an indicator to people where you sit geographically or what your site is about. .tv, obviously a great idea, people having the foresight that actually I'm able to now broadcast literally using my mobile phone, my smartphone, or cameras and computer equipment. I'm able to essentially have my own TV studio and to show up online. Some people get really clever with their domains and they want to include the domain as a part of it. So for example, UC, for example, YOUS.EE would all mean that it had all the words they wanted without a domain extension on top of that. So we registered a long time ago allthin.gs because we had a brand that was all things, and therefore we had all things as our domain shortener. It allowed us to have allthin.gs / whatever we wanted as a domain shortening URL. So in essence, it gives an indicator, but it is not absolutely fundamental and crucial. Getting a good name is better than necessarily being completely focused in on the domain extension. So we want to help you to understand that. We want to help you to get the best solution for your business and your brand. So if you're interested, you can drop us a DM, drop me an email. If you're interested, you can drop me an email at tg@itsnomad9. So I'm going to quickly drop that for you guys down in the comments. You can ask me your questions around website building, show your interest, type the word website below if you're interested in that, but feel free to drop me an email. I'm going to bring that up on the screen for you just now. So you can connect with me, tg@itsnomad9.com. Drop me an email and let me know what you want your website to do. And we can see if we've got the capacity left when you contact us, because it is first come, first served. We have limited capacity. Once those people meet the criteria and they're in, unfortunately, we do have to close the door on it because we can only do a limited number of them alongside the work that we're already doing. We already run some free communities, some mentoring, some one-to-one consultation. We live stream a lot. We're running courses. We're building out lots of different things for the business, and this is one arm of what we do. If this takes off, it might be something that we bring back again, but for now, throughout October, we're setting a limited number. Obviously, each time we finish a website, it frees up some capacity for someone else. So if you join and there is a wait list, we'll put you on that and we'll let you know that we might be able to help you again in another week. So absolutely crucial and important that you understand that you can get involved and ask how to do this, and we'll help guide you. If you don't know what you're looking for from your website, it's important that you understand how you can do this. We're going to help walk you through that process. We're going to take you on that journey to understand the best customer experience, the best domains, make sure your hosting is solid and secure, that you've got the support. We're going to talk you through how to make sure you stay consistent and make the most of your website moving forwards. It's absolutely important that you make the best use of your website. As with a physical shop, you have to maintain and upkeep it. You wouldn't have a shop and not stock it up. So with your website, you want to stock it up with blogs. You want to add video content. You want to make it interactive in as many ways as possible. You want to make it shareable. You want to make it that people can connect with you on a really high level through your digital shop front. Does the domain matter so much? Not so much. The username, the actual domain, really, really important, so that you try to be as consistent as possible and make it easy for customers to find you. When you do set up a website and your social profiles and they're all well connected and interlinked, you're going to give out your domain name. So obviously you're going to pass this on to other people. Really important that you start to realize that actually you're going to drive traffic. The content that you put onto the site is going to get people there more so than the domain name. If they know your business, if they know your brand, then they'll be searching for that. Otherwise, they'll be searching for the content. So make it content rich. Go down the search engine optimization route. Make sure you're writing relevant content. You're showing up for people when and where they need it, and you're helping people. You're adding value. You're not just being part of the white noise on social media, but you're really showing up and providing massive value. You're building that digital shop front for your business where people can be a part of your ecosystem. I always talk about building an ecosystem of solutions-based products and services, but it is an opportunity for you to really show up in your very best light. You control the whole customer experience, the look, the feel, what people can and can't do. You might want a membership site. You might want subscriptions. You might want e-commerce. You might want a booking service. All of those things are possible, and they're possible in just 5 days. If you want to know more, let me know by typing website or drop me an email to ask more via tg@itsnomad9.com, and I'd love to help you get a website up and live. If you've got any questions, you can ask them either here on the platform where you're watching. You can drop me a DM or drop me an email, and I'd love to answer those email questions for you. Really important that you understand a digital shop front is the only place that you get to control the whole experience. And that digital shop front is your website. This is limited capacity, first come, first serve. Once the spaces are full, we can put you on a wait list. And when we finish a site, we'll contact you to see if you're still interested. And if you are, we can get started on your website. All you need to do is drop me an email or drop me a message saying website below this content that you're watching right now. It's only running throughout October unless it's a real big success, in which case we'll look to revisit it into the coming months. But just throughout October, we have limited capacity. And if you can get in, first come, first served, we'll love to work with you, build you a website in 5 days or less. Have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening. Thank you so much for your time and attention. I appreciate that your time is your most valuable asset. I'm very conscious of that. So thank you for spending a little bit of time listening to me. If you need a website, reach out to us. You can do it in the comments, drop me an email, or PM me across all the different platforms, and I'll connect with you guys again very soon. Have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, and I'll speak to you all again very soon.